Hey everyone, Sebas Brian here from Sanitarium. Guess what? It's done. It's all done. There's nothing left to do. It's all wired up. It's all constructed. So, welcome to the Asylum. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of the Asylum, the show about a recording studio. We're also going to have gear reviews, tutorials, and questions and answers, and hopefully a whole lot of fun. On today's episode, we're going to take a tour of the studio and show you what we have in here. And you're also going to find out more about me and Sanitarium. So, let's get started. Okay everyone, here we are, the Asylum Recording Studio. First thing you'll notice, there's carpet everywhere. And that's to deaden the sound in the room, keep the sound in the room, and prevent sound from outside coming into the room. All right, we'll start at the back. The acoustics. This is my first acoustic. I still have it. It's an Ovation. It's a great sounding acoustic. You can hear this one on Lori in the Rain, the midsection there. And here we have this one's interesting. I was going on a cruise. And the idea was to get a guitar to use on the boat so that I could still write stuff and still practice. That way I wasn't, losing a week or so. And the idea was to get a guitar down there, use it on the boat, and then when I come back, sell it or give it away or something. But I fell in love with this guitar. It's a great sounding little acoustic guitar. What else we got? We got the drum kit. I'm thinking about getting an acoustic set. More on that later, but right now, this one works. Over here, we have the racks of guitars. More on these guitars coming up in future episodes. This one I'll point out real quick. This is the first guitar I ever got. And it's an amazing guitar. That's probably the first instrument show that I do will be with that guitar. It is my first guitar. I love that guitar. We have the Powerhouse there. And this is Silver Jubilee. I got this off of eBay, I think, for a ridiculously low price. And I always wanted one, and it does not disappoint. It is a great little amp. EL34s. It's got that Silver Jubilee crunch to it, and I think Lori in the Rain and Last Train to Clarksville, my recordings of those songs have that on the right channel. The thing I like to do is trip the PB XXX, which I put EL34s in because you can convert them. This will be on the left channel of songs, and this will be on the right, because I think the mix of these two guitar tones, these two distortions, is just great together. That's a mess. We'll get to that later. Here, this isn't my first amp, but this is a Crate GX30M, and the distortions on it is, well, it's okay. The thing that's really great about this amp and why it's still around is the chorus and the reverb are awesome. So it's a really good, clean channel amp. So I use it for that. So over here, we have the Tascam Porta Studio, the DP 24 SD. I just got this for this studio, and I'm still learning how to use it. Manual. And it's tremendous. I'm in love with it already, and I don't even know how to do half of what it can do. What I recorded everything that's released so far on was this Tascam. This one you can only record 2 channels at a time, and this one you can record 8. So it's definitely a boost up, and because I can record 8, I can get an acoustic drum set. So it records stuff with this. You can see all these cables, mic cables, are coming through. They come through the wall there. You can see that. And that goes straight through the wall into the isolation booth. That's in here. This right here. Built this mini room. This is the guitar maintenance station. Cleaning kits, string changes, my tools for doing so. So over here is the isolation booth, the other isolation booth for the cabinets. And in here we have a room mic. First of all, the room here, you can tell there's more carpet everywhere, and there's this padding, very thick padding underneath all the carpet, and I ran out of carpet, so that's why some of it's bare. All right, from left to right, we have Harley Benton 2x12. That's where I got my vintage 30s. If you don't know Harley Benton, check them out. People tend to roll their eyes on them, but they have some killer stuff. That 2x12 came with, real Celestian vintage 30s. 2 of them, obviously 2x12, and the cabinet, and with the shipping, it was cheaper to buy this than buying just 2 vintage 30s. But so that cabinet had the vintage 30s in it, and then I had an extra cabinet. So I got some greenbacks and threw them in there. And that one, the greenbacks go to the Silva Jubilee, and it's a really good sound. The mics are SM57s, and the other ones, the name E609s. Yeah, E609s. Upside down. Sennheiser. So I was working on my combinations, because these 2 cabinets have vintage 30s, the Celestian EVHs, and the new Celestian hempbacks, which I just got. And it has I call them MGs, but they're the ones that came in the cabinets. Just so there's another speaker in there. But I decided the hempbacks are a darker sounding speaker. So I put the SM57. The SM57 sounded really good dead center with the hempbacks. The vintage 30, which is really bright, I put the E609s because they're a bit of a darker microphone in front of the vintage 30s to kind of clean that up. And the combination of those 2, I did a whole bunch of combinations with the EVHs and the vintage 30s and the hempbacks. And the combination that I like for my sound is the hempbacks and the vintage 30s. We'll have a video coming up with the comparisons of each of these amps with each of the microphones in the future. Pedals over here, another vocal mic. I just got this, playing around with it. Sounds interesting. It's my tuner pedal. It's a clone. I got this. Somebody was using it on some video that I was watching. I was like, oh, let me see if I can find that. And that sounds pretty good in front of the crate, or even as a boost to one of those 2. AB box in case I want to play as many amps as possible. Chorus pedal which I rarely use because, like I said, that crate's got an awesome chorus on it. Delay, another phaser. I just tried using different phasers. Somebody got this pedal for my birthday many years ago, and I've used it as a boost sometimes, but it's a fun little pedal. EQ pedal, I use it sometimes mainly with the bass, because when I record the bass, it's just going directly into just a line into the board, and that. And this has EQ built in that's a lot easier to use than the EQ on that. So this will probably be repurposed for something else. Maybe I'll plug it into my signal chain. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We got more stuff going on in this episode. And rock on. That's terrible. Hello, I'm Nigel Wedgebottom, and welcome to Interview with a Nobody. I'm here at the Asylum with Cabus Brian. What exactly is Cabus? Actually, it's Cbus Brian, as in Columbus, or more to the point, Columbus, Ohio, where I live. Oh, how quaint. So what is the asylum? There seems to be a lot of carpet everywhere. Some sort of carpet manufacturer? The asylum is a recording studio. I built it in my home here. I want to record bands, voiceovers, audiobooks, just anything really. Mostly bands. I record my own band, Sanitarium, here. How quaint. What is Sanitarium? Sanitarium is a blues-based hard rock, heavy metal with some punk influences. Think like Guns N' Roses and Metallica and No Effects thrown into a blender. That's pretty much us, And I'm the sole member at the moment. I play all the instruments, but primarily I'm a guitar player. Hard rock music. How quaint. Who made you want to pick up the guitar? First, it was Slash from Guns N' Roses. I do remember seeing him and just being amazed and then wanting to do that. It's like, how quickly, can I get a guitar to do that? Later on, I found Stevie Ray Vaughan, which massive influence, and just I think he was the first guitar player where I saw him play and was just like, why am I even bothering? But yeah, he's a great guitar player, and those two are my number one. They both share it, Slash and Steve Ray Vaughan. In your song "Lori in the Rain," am I detecting some Douglas Adams influence? Douglas Adams, yes, definitely some Douglas Adams influence there. That song is about a character in, if you're familiar with the books. Oh, yes, I am quite familiar with the books. Yes, some real talent there. Yes. His character in his book, Rob McKenna, who is in So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. Yeah, so it's a song all about him. Let's see. Finally, what is your songwriting process? Which comes first, the lyrics or the music? Let's say "Lori in the Rain" is a good example. I was being driven home one day, and there was clouds. We were approaching a storm, and I remember just kind of daydreaming off. I didn't have to drive, so I didn't have to pay attention to anything. I'm just looking out the window, and raindrop hit the window, and followed by every so often some more, and it got heavier and heavier, and it made me think haha, Rob McKenna is ahead. So that made me think, well, somebody should write a song about Rob McKenna. And, so I grabbed some stuff from the book, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. If you don't know, Rob McKenna is basically a rain god. He doesn't know it. It rains on him constantly because the clouds love him and they want to worship him. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, no one ever writes, songs about, third, tertiary characters in a book. So, I just started, when I get into this process, when I get an idea of something that I want to write about, I really just kind of go into an outline of what I want. I just jot as much down as I possibly can, as quickly as I can. And so, I was writing home and doing it on my phone, looking up some stuff in the book, and I had a nice outline with a makeshift chorus and lyrics. Those never really pan out too well when I do that. And I had been working on a song that I had finished, so I went on to the next song that I wanted to do, and I grabbed actually that micro cassette recorder that I talked about, and was fast forwarding through it and going, what's that? And then I came upon something, was me humming the chords that would become Lori in the Rain. And I started working on putting that together as a song. And that process is basically playing the riff, finding the tempo. I'll find a tempo, and I have an app on my iPad that is just drum beats. It's different drum beats that you can set at almost any BPM and any tempo. So I find the tempo that I like, I start playing along with that, and my process is I record everything. So I'll record something and I'll listen back to it and go, and I'll listen to it and go, where do I want to go from there? Also, when you're recording things that you haven't got quite worked out, you might screw up something and go, well, whoa, that's actually a direction I'd like to try. So while I was in the process of putting that riff together into a song, the thought of Lori what was Lori in the Rain, the Rob McKenna song, it wasn't called Lori in the Rain at the time, came to me, and I said, I think that would fit here. So when I'm basically done with the structure of the song, I'll put it on a loop, I'll listen to it, and I'll go through my outline and fit the lyrics in, make the lyrics fit in, put the outline together into lyrics, and make a song, fit it to the music. So they're separate. They come into my brain separately from probably two different muses. Well, that's nice. So that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining me, Nigel Wedgebottom, for Interview with a Nobody. How quaint. Queer! Who booked me for this gig? I swear, I am tired of interviewing these shites. I mean, Linda, get me my schedule! All right, everyone, that was the interview with Nigel Wedgebottom. I forgot to set it up in the video, so sorry if it just kind of popped in there real quick unexpectedly. My bad. But there we go. That was the first episode of The Asylum, and I hope you enjoyed it. There are more coming. If you didn't enjoy it, then there's more coming to torture you with. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I had fun, and I need a catchphrase. I need an ending. I don't have one, so I don't know. Put in the description, if you get one. Leave me questions and comments. I want to answer questions. Any question you have, leave it down there. If you want more information on Sanitarium, there is more music coming. Promise. Bit of a delay because of building this and moving and everything, but there is more music coming. Go to sanitariumrockband.com. I'm sure I'll put it up here in some sort of subtitle thing. But until I get my catchphrase, I'll just say thank you and goodbye. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Chicken. This is for summoning demons, because, you know, I play hard rock, heavy metal type music, so, you know, that's good for that sometimes. You never know. This is a Freddy glove that I made when I was in high school, and it's still around, and those are real knives, so, you know, be careful. It may be crazy.